lot of fans found this old video of him covering Nicki Minaj's song that had the N-word in it, and he ended up deleting it because a lot of people were upset that he said the N-word, and this led him to say this apology. Anyone who says the word usually gets attacked and demeaned and insulted and basically raged against to a song, and black people would get extremely upset about that because there's always this one element of hip-hop that you always have to leave out no matter what. Is Fujii Kaze wrong for saying this word? I would say no. Do I recommend him or non-black people to say it? No. Konnichiwa minasan, kyo desu. Fujii Kaze and his use of the N-word. But before we dive in, guys, we are close to 200,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Fujii Kaze was a YouTuber who originally was covering Western and Japanese songs. And in 2018, he covered a song by the artist Nicki Minaj, which had the N-word in it. Fujii Kaze is a huge musician. A lot of fans started digging up a little bit about his past. A lot of fans found this old video of him covering Nicki Minaj's song that had the N-word in it, and he ended up deleting it because a lot of people were upset that he said the N-word, and this led him to say this apology. I deeply apologize for the mistake my ignorance has caused. I never intended to offend anyone. It will not happen again. I will continue to learn. I love you. There is a word in the lyrics of the song that I should never use. I am ashamed of myself for not knowing the background of those words, and I am very sorry to those who were offended. I have no excuse. So I'm gonna give my thoughts on the whole situation. The N-word was originally used as a big racial slur against African Americans when we landed in America. There is a lot of history connected to this word with American slavery, segregation, racism, yada, yada, yada. Then at some point, blacks actually started using the N-word to start referring to other blacks. And since then, the N-word is heavily ingrained in African American culture. In certain areas, a lot of blacks use the N-word to communicate with each other. It's popular throughout black media, including hip hop, including TV shows, movies, etc. And there are different versions to the N-word. There's the N-word that ends in the letter A, which is more so a more Ebonics style of word. There's the original word, which ends in ER, which is mainly used as its intended purpose to offend or, kind of discriminate against blacks. And like a lot of words in the English language, depending on how you use it, can mean different things. But overall, it's a word that's used between African Americans or people of black descent. Most non-black people will probably hear this word through hip hop and rap music, which has now become a global phenomenon. Everyone in the globe of all races and creeds celebrates and loves hip hop. Me personally, I used to use the N-word a lot, but now I have removed it from my vocabulary. I don't see the purpose in calling black people the N-word when originally it was used to kind of demean us. And some black people like to flip and say we're empowering the word, we're taking it back from its original purpose, but at the same time, if a non-black person uses it and you don't feel empowered by it, then the word still carries its original purpose, which is to offend people. And there are times where black people will give a pass to certain races if you come from a certain environment. You will find that Asians, Hispanics, and even white people who come from a certain background, who probably came from the projects or the hood, a lot of time because they're so close to black African or hood culture, that a lot of black people don't mind because they associate themselves with that person. I've seen Chinese and white and Hispanic people use the N-word and black people don't mind, but it's mainly because you come from a certain background, and it's kind of weird because black people will give some people the pass of using it, but mainly, generally speaking, anyone who says the word usually gets attacked and demeaned and insulted and basically raged against. Going back to hip hop, I don't think black people should be using the word in music anymore because it's not just black people that listen to hip hop. Everyone listens to hip hop. And imagine you're a non-black person who's really into hip hop and you're enjoying everything this music genre has to offer and even say the lyrics, but then there's always one word that you can never say. For example, let's say I'm some kid in a foreign country who knows nothing about American culture. I don't know anything about the history of blacks or anything like that. I just love hip hop music. This kid can just be citing lyrics all the time and saying the word nigga all the time. And to him, it doesn't matter because he's just enjoying the music genre that he loves or she loves so much. And this is where the problem starts, because there are many times, even in America, where non-black people have said the word nigga when they're referencing a song or they're singing lyrics to a song, and black people would get extremely upset about that. And this is so very unique to black music because only in black music I can find at this level that people who are non-black can't fully experience hip hop because there's always this one element of hip hop that you always have to leave out no matter what. And like I mentioned earlier, imagine that kid from a foreign country who knows nothing about history or, American culture, They can just be saying this word all the time, and to them, there's nothing wrong with it because they're just enjoying the music that they love. And I think this was the case with藤井風. I don't think he had any ill intent saying this word. I think he was just citing a song to a popular rapper who happened to use this word. Now, a huge problem with becoming popular is that people always love to dig up dirt about you, to find something about you that people can complain about, which I think happened here. And of course, he had to say an apology because honestly, topics like the N-word, it's a losing battle to most non-black people if you use this word. So I think he did the smart approach in doing a public apology, but ultimately, I don't think he was in the wrong necessarily. I personally think that if blacks want people to stop using this word, I think we have to stop using it ourselves. I think a lot of black people want to have their cake and eat it too when it comes to using the N-word. And honestly, if other races saying this word offends you, I think we should stop calling each other that. And we should stop allowing it to dominate in our music so heavily, because our music influences other people of different cultures. And there's people who are participating in hip hop who say this word out of ignorance. But whose fault is that? Because we're incentivizing people to want to say this word because it's cool, because hip hop music is cool. Was Fujii Kaze wrong for saying this word? I would say no. Do I recommend him or non-black people to say it? No, but I don't recommend black people to be saying it either. I think it defeats the cause. And I think it causes more harm when it comes to connecting with different races. I think if anything prevents people from coming together, I think we should get rid of it. And not only that, it really does make you sound ignorant when you say the N-word. It's just one of those words that, you know, I'm not saying stupid people, I'm not saying that smart people don't use that word. But it's one of those words that if you use it, it kind of lowers your IQ or it makes you seem not as intelligent as other people. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, kiyotsukete. Ja ne.